Yes, sir. So thank you for the warm introduction. Uh, Dear participants, I welcome you all for this one-day faculty development program webinar on online teaching tools. As we all know, in this current situation, due to this corona pandemic, it has changed our lifestyle like anything.
Yeah.
As you can see in your home, your relatives or brothers or sister, maybe uh, the, maybe they are working work from home option, right? So as like it has changed our lifestyle in the academic people also. For example, as the teachers, we are teaching the subject from home. In the other end, the students are learning from home. So like this corona pandemic has changed our lifestyle. As teachers, we may be learning many online courses. We may be attending webinars like this. So by sitting in front of the system for long time. So in sometimes it may be bored you for if you are sitting in front of the system continuously for long time of duration. So if just to think about the situation, if the students are listening to your lecture during these lockdown days, so how do they feel if you are continuously taking the subject through this blended mode of teaching? So we have to, as a teachers, we have to keep one question in our mind: are we in the position to engage the students in better way through this blended mode of teaching? So we have to keep in this question in our mind. So as we are penetrating into the new pedagogy in teaching, as teachers, we must be capable and flexible to change of situation for using this online tools for teaching and learning. So even you can see the example, most of the institutions are not yet started the online classes. If you take Bangalore or any other states, they have started at least almost they have completed first unit of the syllabus during these lockdown days. But especially in the state of Tamil Nadu, or if you take other institutions, even you can take other states also, most of the institutions are not yet started the online classes due to this lack of resources, maybe the lack of awareness of using this kind of tools in teaching and learning. So I hope this seminar would be helpful for you to make use of the online teaching for engaging a student in a effective way. Okay, so I hope this webinar will give you more insights about how to use the online teaching tools. What are all the tools are available for making use of these tools in online teaching and learning. So let me share the screen so we can get into the session. So I expect all the participants to be engaged with me for the next 1 hour. So you'll be getting more insights about how to make use of these online teaching tools for learning and teaching purposes. So I expect all the participants throughout this session. So please mute your microphone in order to avoid the distractions during this session. If you want to say something or if you want to ask question at the end of this session, you can use the chat box to post your query. So I'll be available to answer your queries at the end of this session. Also, you can switch off your video options for getting better connectivity, because sometimes as it consumes more bandwidth, my voice may be delayed to reach you. So please mute your microphone as well as the video. Okay, so if there is any technical glitches happening during this presentation, please wait in online. We will come back to you for resolving the issue. Okay. So this particular webinar on online teaching tools. So we'll be discussing about 5 important tools for online teaching. So basically, in the first part of section, we will be discussing about what are all the video conferences tools are available for making use of these tools for online teaching and learning purpose. And second part of the session, we will cover what are all the game-based activity tools are there for engaging your students in a better way. So, and also moreover, we will be discussing about what are all the video recorder tools are available for teaching purpose and learning purpose. So finally, I will show you demonstration. So since it is going to be full of answer session, so it might be more useful for you. So I will show you the demonstration for each and every tool. Okay. So the first part of this session, we will be discussing about what are all the video conferencing tools are available in the internet. So we know that every institution, almost all the institution has been giving these kind of webinars, seminars, uh, and also they are started to take classes through this kind of video conferencing tools such as Zoom, BlueJeans Meeting, Microsoft Teams, GoToMeeting, ZogoMeet, Google Meet, like that. Also, one of the familiar tool which they are using in the industry side also, that is a Cisco WebEx. So these are the tools which can be used for online teaching. So these all the tools are feasible to teach the students through the video conferencing tool. So I would tell you uh, what are the tool which are the tools uh, which are the tools is very much efficient for online teaching tools. So if you take Zoom, the menu option, you can see many features are added onto that. You can record the video. You will be able to see the participants in the grid view. So in the grid view, in the Zoom option, you will be able to see only 25 participants at a time. So likewise, if you take Google Meet, you will be able to uh, see the participants, 50 participants at a time. So likewise in the Cisco WebEx, you can see the participants in the grid view, maximum 200 people along with the video. So these are the features are added with this kind of a video conferencing tools. Okay. So in the Zoom video conferencing tool, you will be able to see how many participants are exist in the meeting. But if you take Google Meet, if you are using this Google Meet online for online teaching, you will be able to see all the participants and you can mark the attendance also. So if you take Zoom or BlueJeans, if you take other video conferencing tool, you may not able to mark the attendance of a teaching. Okay, so in the Zoom option, you will be able to see the participant list, how many participants are exist in the meeting. Like, so I'll show you one example. So as we are using Zoom tool, so there is no need of show the demonstration. I will show you the demonstration for how to use Google Meet and how to take attendance during your classes. So I'll show you. Now I got connected with one of my student. So he'll be coming in the line now. So I'll show you how to use this tool, Google Meet. So just go to Google Apps menu and click on Meet button. Okay, just wait. So I already scheduled a meeting with one of my students, so he'll be coming online. So if you go to the calendar, you will be able to communicate with the student. So already I scheduled a meeting. Sorry for the technical glitches. I think screen is not sharing properly. Yes. So already scheduled a meeting in Google Calendar. So one of my candidates joined with me. through this Google Meet, right? So when I go to this meeting platform, so I'll be able to join this room immediately. So as I scheduled the meeting earlier, okay. So just wait for a few seconds. So just wait for a few seconds. I'll be back to you. So now through this Google Meet, I got connected with one of my student. So you'll be able to see how to connect with the students now. Okay, I think there is some technical glitches while connecting with Google Meet. So in the Google Meet, it offers the services to take attendance when the students are connecting with your classroom teaching. So for availing these services, uh, you can find the option in the Google Meet, that is Google Meet attendance. There is an option called Google Meet attendance. Through this Google Meet attendance, you will be able to mark attendance for the particular student. Okay, so these kind of tools can be utilized for engaging your students in online teaching. Okay, so also as like Google Meet, one more tool is there, that is a Cisco WebEx. So through this Cisco WebEx also you will be able to connect with the students, but it is more securable than Zoom and Google Meet. For example, if whenever you are using this Google Meet or Cisco WebEx, if you want to avail all the services uh, to take attendance, or if you want to record the video, you can go for this Google Meet and the Cisco WebEx tool for securable connection. For example, if I am logging with my university ID, only that people who have connected with the institution ID, they will be able to join in the Google Meet as well as in the Cisco WebEx. So this Google Meet and the Cisco WebEx, these both tools are more securable than Zoom Meet application. Okay, so these are the video conferencing tools. There are plenty number of tools are available. So these three tools are which are most important for uh, engaging your students in online teaching. Okay, so second part of this section, I would tell about the online tools for interaction. So you can ask me, sir, I already connected with my students through the platform. It may be Zoom or what is Google Meet and Cisco WebEx. So how can I identify the students, whether during my lecture, whether the students are more attentive or not? So if you want to identify the students who are being more attentive during this class hours, you can go for three important tools which are available on the web. So one is that Mentimeter.com. So I hope many of you people are familiar with this particular platform, that is Mentimeter.com. So where you can have the quiz-based test, and you can able you can collect the term related to the particular term, like that. So in the Mentimeter.com, I will tell you how to do this Mentimeter.com. So as I said before, so you have to preferably use, so as I said before, preferably you have to use your institution ID for demonstrating all these things. Okay, why I'm saying you have to use your institution ID. So if you are
Dr.R.Nismon, sir, kindly please. Sorry for the interruption on announcement. Dear participants, I request you to keep your fingers off the screen. Please do not scribble anything on the screen while the resource person is addressing. Thank you. Dr. Nisman, you can go ahead, please.
Yes. Sorry for the technical glitches happening during this session. So, if you are the teacher, if you want to identify whether the students are more attentive during the classroom section, so as a teacher, if you want to ask question during the when you are connecting with the video conferencing tool, you can call the students randomly and you can uh, ask question directly with your students. But within the particular of time, with for example your class may be scheduled for 1 hour, so how many people, how many students you will be able to ask questions? So to avoid that kind of situation, you can go for this kind of mentimeter.com website. For example, using this mentimeter.com, you will be able to create the questions. So as a teacher, you must log into this particular website, that is mentimeter.com. Okay, so once you log into this session, so the screen will be pop up. So you have to sign up with your institution ID, and once you signed in with your help of your institution ID, you can go for your presentation for making the questions. For example, once you gone to this site, it will be popping out on window. So there you can see the option new presentation. So if you click on this new presentation, you can give any title. So like I'm giving FTP BHC like that. Okay. So if you can give any name with respect to your subject, what you are handling. Okay. Once you are given this, automatically the question name will be generated. So you can set up your question whatever you want to type here. So you can choose any kind of question on this Mentimeter platform. So you can choose multiple choice question. For example, if you want to get collective words for the particular term, you can go for this kind of options. Like for example, I'll show you. So already I scheduled one demonstration for my student. So I asked my students during my class lecture, I asked them to define the term quality of service. So many of the in my class there are 21 students are there. So all the students were interactively participated in this platform for answering this particular question. For example, if you want to ask the students to take participants in this particular platform, you can share this code to the students. For example, there is a digit, there are 6 digit codes are there as you can see in the slide. So this you can share this codes can be shared with your students, and the students will be able to participate in this. Okay, so as a participant, if I want to participate in this quiz, what I have to do? So you can ask your students to go into the website called menti.com. So if you go menti.com, so it will ask for the code. So already I shared you one code, that is 6-digit codes. If they are entering the 6-digit code, they will be able to submit the answers, whatever they are thinking in their mind. So likewise, you can go for the mentimeter.com. So likewise, there is one more tool is available, that is a slido.com. So it's similar like a mentimeter.com. So if you want to make use of these online tools for interaction purpose, you can go to slido.com. So if you log on to this site, it will ask for you participant code. So if you want to take participant of the code, you can join in this. Otherwise, if you want to create the question as a teacher, you have to sign up with your institution ID. So once you signed in, it will be redirected to the particular website, and you can set the question as you can see in the slide. So if you click on this plus symbol, you will be able to see the option quiz, rating, world count, world cloud, open text, multiple choice question also. So you may ask a question, sir. I know how many students are present in my classroom teaching. I'll be able to count how many students are there in the particular Google Meet platform or Zoom platform. Okay, so I just want to identify the student's name, which students are actively taking participated in this online interaction based tools. So you can go to if you want to identify which students are taking participants, you might have known about this tool, that is kahoot.in. So that is, if you as a teacher, if you want to create the question, you can go for this tool, that is Kahoot, create.kahoot.it. So if you browse about this particular website, it will be redirected to the Kahoot application, and you can add your questions whatever you want to add. So here, if you want to create the question, just exit. And if you want to create the question, you can click on this option, that is create, and create new Kahoot, and you can type your questions, whatever the questions you want to take. Okay, so I'll show you. Already I'm taking why this platform is effectively than Mentimeter and slido.com, as I shown the previous two tools. So in this Kahoot application, you can add some visual effects. So with the background, you can add some musics and other things also. So if you click on this Kahoot application, the questions which you have created earlier, it will be ask you to uh, press the button, that is play. So if if after pressing this button, it will ask me to assign this task to the students. So if I am assigning this, you can schedule this. For example, today date is 30th. So within 30th, 4 or 5 o'clock, the students are requested to answer for this particular questions on this Kahoot platform. Okay. So once you have scheduled this meeting, it will be generating one random game pin. So for example, it will be generating one game pin. So as you can see in the website, so you can share this game pin with your students. So if the students want to participate in this uh, Kahoot application, you can log on to kahoot.it. So please keep in mind that in all the platform, whatever I told you before, the Mentimeter or Slido or Kahoot, as a teacher, if you want to create a question, you have to log in as create.kahoot like that. So once you log into this, you can share this pin with your students who are want to take participate in this quiz option. So you can place this game pin and enter it, and it will ask for the students names. So instead of student names, you can ask the students to enter their roll number, so that as a teacher we will be able to identify the students who is actively taking participating in this particular quiz. For example, I'm typing my id 2838. Okay, so once I am typing this, it will be redirected to the question along with the visual effects. Okay, so in the backdrop, everything will be more attractive. So once the session is started, I have created 10 number of questions. I have set the time also. So the students or ask you to answer for this question within 10 minutes, within 10 seconds. For example, I'm reading the question, interference means, so I'm clicking this answer. So if this answer is correct, it will be giving me the point. Okay. So likewise, you can ask all the students to participate in this particular Kahoot application. So due to this premium version, we will be able to ask the students to take participant in this particular Kahoot application with the minimum participants that it accommodates with limited participants, that is 50 students will be able to participate at a time. Okay, so these are the three important tools which we are using for online teaching tools for interaction purpose. So another thing is that, so already we discussed these things, and another important tool, that is online tools for assessment. Now most of this is the headache for all the institutions. It may be headache for all the arts and science college as well as the university people also. Now all the people are struggling to conduct the examination, right? So for example, uh, most of the students are uh, thinking that when our examination will be conducted and other things. Okay, so with the help of these two online tools for assessment, you can conduct the examination. So these two tools are very effective for conducting your online examination. For example, one is a doll view and another one is a metal platform. So by using this online tools assessment, you can go for conducting the examination, because most of the students are pursuing their final year. They may be applied for higher education, they may be got job offer letter. So in order to avoid those kind of uh, panic moment, you can go for this kind of online tools for assessment. Okay, so during this, once you signed in this, so you have to approach these people for using this online tools assessment. Okay, so once you logged in this Metal View platform, the students will be able to write the examination by sitting in front of the system. So even if the students are involving in the malpractice activities, you can, as a proctor, as an invigilator, you can tell them uh, through the chat box. You can let them know what they are doing. So if they are doing any malpractice activities, you can let them know through the chat box option. Okay, so that students will be alert. Also, if they are placing the mobile phone on the desk, the system itself, it identify whether the students are using mobile or any other electronic devices. Okay, so these are the two tools which are used for conducting the online assessment. Also, many of the institutions are struggling to recruit the faculty people also. So for recruiting purpose also, we can use this online tools for assessment. Okay, so these two tools are used for the assessment purpose. And what are the web tools are available for teaching and learning? Okay, so many of you people may be familiar with these two learning management system platform. One is a Google Classroom, another one is Moodle account, right? So we will be discussing about what is Google Classroom and Moodle account. Okay, so in the Google Classroom, still many of the institutions are asking the students to submit their assignment in the form of paper. So the students, once the title is assigned, the students will be submitting their assignment in the A4 paper, right? So as we are getting penetrating into the digital form, we can make use of this Google Classroom assignment submission. So I will show you demonstration how to do Google Class creation and how to evaluate the students' assignment and how to conduct the quiz in the Google platform. Other things we will be seeing in the demonstration. So once you are logged into this particular Google platform, there will be an option called there will be a symbol, that is plus symbol will be appeared over there. So if you click on this, it will ask for you to create or join a class. As a teacher, if I want to create the class, I have to uh, click this symbol, and it will be asked for whether you want to create a class or you want to join in a class as a student. So as a teacher, already created more number of classroom for my particular classroom. Okay, so once I created the classroom, the students will be able to join in this Google platform. Okay, so there I can post anything as we do in the Facebook wall. So I can give the announcements to the students, whatever is going to happen in the upcoming days, what are the tests I'm going to conduct in the upcoming classes, everything I can type here, and I can post this schedule immediately. Or for example, if I want to post this particular content later, for example after 1 hour I want to post this notifications to the students, you can type this you can type the contents whatever you want to type. So you can paste here, and you can schedule the post, what time at what which date it should be posted to the students. So after once it's posted, it will be visible to the students. Okay, after that, um, so as a student, if they want to join in your class, if they want to join in your classroom meeting, how they will be able to join in this classroom meeting. So for example, once I created this classroom, just go back, I will just right. Yes. Once you created the Google Classroom code, it will be generating the Google Classroom code as you can see in the slide, right? So if you press this button, you will be able to see the Google Classroom code. Okay. So by typing this, the students can join in your classroom, respective classroom, right? So or else if you want to add the people to your classroom, you can click on this people menu, and you can directly type your student's email ID like this. Okay, so with this like this, for example, I'm typing one name, so and I am sending invite to this particular student. Okay, so if they are accepting this invitation, they will be able to join in this Google Classroom. Okay, so what can I do with this Google Classroom? For example, I'm assigning students, they have to submit the um, assignment on time. Okay, so as we are going paperless work, as we are getting into the digital world, we have to use this kind of online platform. So if I want to give the assignments to the students, you can click on this create menu, and you can click on this assignment option, and you can give any title related to your subjects, whatever you want to assign to the students. Okay, and you can fix the point also, whether it should be graded for 5 mark or 10 mark, whatever you want to add, you can give the marks, you can add the marks over here, right? And also you can fix the due date and due time. For example, the particular students of the particular classroom, they have to submit the uh, assignment on June 2nd. Also you can fix the time also when they have to submit the assignment. So I am fixing the time as 11:59 p.m. So on June 2nd, they have to return back all the assignments within the given time. Okay, so once the students have submitted their assignment, you will be able to see whether the students are submitted the assignment or not. For example, in this particular classroom, um, I have 8 students. Okay, so example sake, I have given this. So in this particular classroom, I have 8 students. Okay, so 27 students are already. Sorry. Uh, Actually, there are 51 students are there in this particular classroom. So I have given reassignment for this particular students because they are not meeting my criteria. Whatever I have included in this particular assignment topic. Okay, so once they submitted the assignment on time, it will show you in the green color, that is the particular students has submitted the assignment on time. So it will show you turned in. If any students are failed to submit the assignment, it will be showing missing. Okay, so one more option also there. If you are if the particular students are submitting the assignment with some delay, it will show you turned on late, so that will it will alert you whether the students are submitted the assignment or not. Okay, likewise, if you want to comment over to this particular assignment, you can click on this